Alrighty, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Let's get rid of that advertisement. There we are. Let's do that. All right, it's a quiet Thursday, I guess. Waiting for the news, and the news probably is just pouring out right now. And let's put a little stock indice up there just for the sake of seeing if it's doing anything. Well, look, they put a little charge on the upside there, and the S&Ps, they made a move up, and now they're kind of moving down. We can make that a little bit wider there. Don't really have the channel on to see what they're talking about and why, but it's just one of those days. It is slow. The markets are at all-time highs basically again. And you see Mr. Biden has chosen somebody to do something. I don't know. Strange situation there. And let's see what else we got brewing here today. So I see that the euro is looking relatively firm. Let's take a peek at that. It looks like it's trying to go into a daily buy. Let's see. Where are you, euro? Go, go, euro. Banana, banana. There we are. You see it there, acting very firm. Let's look at it on the Dukascopy. See what J4X is saying to us today. You can see there's the yen. There is the yen. And there is the euro. The euro is pushing, pushing, and pushing, and pushing, and it's trying to lift up. Looking fair and happy. Dollar's showing a little sign of more weakness. No surprise there. The metals have been fascinating on their wild and woolly move over the last couple of days. Let's show that one there. Just go. It's like a magical mystery tour. We'll just kind of like roam around, you know. Let's see. Where are you? Right there. There we are. Matter of fact, we posted something yesterday with the gold. Gold. It was 15 days in a daily buy. We went into that sell up here at the top, and then and you can see it's been kind of, that was kind of wild, that slide there. Maybe there's going to be another little push, but we're still in the weekly buy, so you don't want to be short. You just wanted to take a profit. If anybody played it short, they were gutsy and had a good win at the same time. And again, when you're trading options, you can easily be short, but when you're trading hard delta, it's awful hard. So that is it. I mean, it's like a triangle, and you know, we're seeing the same thing in the Dow. Let me see if I can show you the Dow Jones Industrial Average, one I follow throughout the day. There it is. That's that's soybeans. I'm looking to. I've been working on intraday run on that, letting it trade by itself. A lot of wins in there. That's soybeans right there. Interesting. Letting the robot do its job. The Chicago Quant Robot. And you can see here the Dow is triangling. And you can see here we're playing with some daily sell action going on there. NASDAQ, which is kind of funny, haha funny, is moving into the buy side of it again on the daily. Right there. You can see it. Look at that. It's trying to lift up this morning. But look how the white line below the time manifold, and we've seen the weaknesses there. And it's flirting with the zero line on a Thursday, which is cool. Maybe it'll bounce, and I don't know exactly how to look at it, except for the fact it seems like to me we're at all-time highs, and for 4 decades I've learned one thing, and that is at all-time highs things get really sloppy. I've seen it happen in 80, in 83, going into 84. I've seen it happen, you know, I guess it was 88 after the big sell-off of 87. You know, we went into all-time highs. It got sloppy, and then it got, you know, what I mean by sloppy is it just gets, it's just, you know, it gets stalled out. Not a lot, you know, I mean, where they're supposed to go. Their money is trying to buy, but they don't want to be known as someone who buys at all-time highs. Even with the momentum always constantly moving in that direction, they just kind of, money managers are all pretty much trained the same way, and so they kind of don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. So they get forced into it because they've got a cash pile sitting around, and they're paid to invest it, so they got much of a choice, but they nibble very sloppily. So that's where we are there with that. And you can see Nasdaq is trying to lift, and then if we go and take a look at the S&P 500, I think that's still like the Dow. It's kind of just just kind of stumbling along, firm, playing at all-time highs again, and you can see this is underneath. So not a lot of conviction in these products right now. Again, all-time highs. Obviously, we're seeing this asset inflation. We talk about it a lot. It's not the old inflation that you need a wheelbarrow of money to buy a loaf of bread. Those days seem to have been, mutated into an asset inflation instead, which is fine with me. Um, it's easier to see the populations not get beat up from these situations compared to allowing, populations get overrun by an inflation that eats up their earned money, and they're not able to spend as much, and they have to fight to make ends meet, as they would say. There's enough money to pay for everything around them, but I don't really see much when it comes to that. All I see is a global inflation on assets. So the days of, I was saying this to somebody this morning, the days of money managers in the United States in particular, and probably London too, and other places, to have places to run to besides the American market gets slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. So in other words, the American market is one of the last places to really it's a full service in a sense. I mean, buying some of the foreign companies makes it very tough. It's hard, especially with that zero interest rate thing going on. But that's how they've held on to a lot of the asset value. But that's why we see things like Whirlpool trading at $130. Oh, excuse me, yawn there. $130 a share, or you see, what's funny is I follow a 10 list, and it's really funny how many of them are $400 stocks now. Like it's like natural. $400, like Apple's $400, NVDA, I think that's 400. Let's show you that list, and it is funny to watch the numbers kind of calcify or solidify or just get locked into a zone. Let's see if we can put it up there for a second, just to show you, until someone says, "Hey Doc, what about this, that, and the other thing?" It's a quiet day. So Doc will do his intellectual ramble about life in the financial markets and how to interpret. Uh, let's see. Is that it? No, that's not what I was looking for. So let's close that. That's a index for the metals. Let's see. Open workspace. There it is. Day, stock, week. Okay, here we go. I noticed that a couple of days ago in particular. I was thinking, my God, look at all these crazy 400 numbers. Now here is Apple, $456. And then, where is it at? Facebook is in the twos still. And then Goldman Sachs is, in the twos. And then you have Netflix in the fours. And you have NVDA in the fours. And you have Tesla in the 1600 area. And then I guess Google is like the same way. Google's in the 1600 area. And then the Amazon, it's in the 3,000, almost like doubled, it's like a VWAP. So they're 1,600. So Amazon is two times that, it's like 3,100 change, almost 32. It's like the VWAP to it. You can tell that the money managers are really playing with the games, And then you got the Alibaba at 256, and the the Facebook at the 261. They all get locked into a range. The CME only $169. I mean, it's just like, it is funny to watch the way they all lock themselves into a range. So anyway, I'm gonna close that, but I just thought that was kind of curious. You can tell, like, that there's not a lot of thought or hindsight behind any of it. They're just kind of like following the playbook or the school book of Money Manager. From their Wisconsin days or their Harvard days or their Princeton days or whatever. They're all doing the same thing. You know, doing the Sloan School or whatever. They're all doing the same game, and you can see it. And I was saying, technical analysis and all has never been more accurately predicting than I've seen. I mean, there was a time when I did technical analysis, people looked at it as horrible. It was a waste of time and money, and you're not going to go anywhere. Now, the technical bounces that we see off of the technical analysis is consistent and continuous. It happens over and over and over again. So, why is it quiet out there? No one wants to say hi. Say hi to Doc. Don't be scared. Say hi. You don't have to say anything more than that. Just type in there, hi. Just say hi. Make me feel like I'm not the last trader on Earth. And maybe there's zombies outside and I don't see it. I don't know. So yeah, it's an interesting way to watch this whole thing fly along. Now, let's go back to the very intraday-ish. There's the very intraday-ish. And they are flying along again with some strength from the economic news this morning. You can see it there. That's what's that? This is the Russell. So Russell's lifting. Is that 6 or 5? So that's 5. So it was up to 600 at one point, I think. And yeah, up in there, you can see that playing with the 600 area yesterday. And this is the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's chasing after its all-time highs, and so is the S&P. And then we can go back over to, you can see here, the little triangle here is at the top of the range. You got a couple red dots going on there, but overall it's just not that, the action is slow and steady and in the same direction, and that is up. There's no other game in town, traders. Unfortunately, it's not like these assets are undervalued. It's the fact that there's no other assets to buy. And that's what it comes down to. All right, let's go over to cable. This is a currency webinar, really. So let's Cablelicious. Cablelicious. Where's the Cablelicious? Right there. Cablelicious doing the same thing, going through the daily buy. Got a green dot there. And this, hell, the white line won't even bust the time manifold. It's just holding up in there. Just keeps on saying, I want to go higher. Yes, it does. And there's the ruble. Ruble's been in a buy for a couple of days. I believe that's line, what is that? That's line, where is ruble on there? Oh, there it is, line 18 on the spreadsheet right there. Line 18. Let's light it up. Light it up. There it is right there. 6 weeks in a buy. And as you can see, the thing has been pulsating up, and away. Let's see what's going on with J4X on that. Dollar ruble. The rub. Amazing how it's locked itself into these high 60s and 70s. It just seems to me like it's undervalued. But we'll see. Markets seem to tend to know the right thing. So you can see there it's trying to lift up. You see our white line going through the dashed floating three-dimensional zero line. And you can see the purple line in there. Let's see if we can make that brighter. Edit indicator. Input. Output. Let's see. There we are. As you can see, the purple line, it's buried below. Not really taking off. Interesting. Just kinds of oscillates in here with it. All right. Let's check out. What else can we check out here? Check it out. What it is. Let's take a look at the Turkish lira, it did go into a daily sell, then went into a daily buy, and now we're back in playing with the daily sell again. But the time manifold is not being pierced whatsoever. It's still very comfortable on the long side. And you can see it's even a little gap up. I'm really surprised with it trying to move down in here, but maybe they're going to try to give it a little push, take a little profit. I don't know. Somehow or another, this poor thing looks like it wants to go to the 8s and the 9s at this point. Let's see. And that is what we see there. Let's see what else we got. There we go. Now let's take a look at Canadian. Oh, Canada. La 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 la. La la la. Oh, I think we lost the chat line. There we go. All right. And so there is the Canada moving down with the daily sell. Been in a weekly sell. That's non-inflationary. That's very positive. And let's see who else on this hit parade. Let's check out the Swiss. Swiss is trying to move back down again. Did we go into a daily sell last night? Swisserado. Yes, we did. So we got to put the cute little red line in there. Why don't we steal this green one and turn it red? Whoa, not that way. That's not right. There we are. And it's pushing down. Now, brown cow. We've got just a little sloppy action, but look at all that weakness, and look at the white line down below. It's way down. Let's see if it hasn't been able to turn up so far. It just keeps on sliding, down. In this case here, the Swiss is appreciating, and if the pairs are starting to pick up and the dollar is starting to sell, this thing is going to slide down even further. There's the Aussie. The Aussie's jumped over too. Someone was saying yesterday about reversals. And I was like, reversal on a daily, or reversal on a weekly, or reversal what? But in the case here, you can see it's obviously done its little reversal thing. And it did go into a daily buy there. Put that right there. We never put the sell in there though, did we? There we are. And yes, and it went into the buy. Now, what will be interesting is, you can see like cable and euro will be, well, if they hold up in here and they don't sell them down, it'll be closing in a daily buy. And they're in weekly buy, so I guess there'll be a little more upwardly pressure on them and a little more downwardly pressure on the dollar. Dollar. Well, there's one we don't look at every so often. The Zloty against the euro. It's been kind of flatline-ish, kind of hanging cool. You can see it's been in a sell since here, but it hasn't really gone anywhere. Let's put that line in. There we are. So there's not a lot of conviction in that either. This is the summertime. We're supposed to be kind of sloppy and sideways and no real action. In this case here, we've seen some good action. These markets don't seem to want to run away. So I can't tell. Is my chat line working? Because there's nothing there. Top chat. Am I missing something? I hope people are not asking questions and not live chat all messages. No, I guess not. I don't see anything. Someone do a hi or something. Just put the letter T or L just to make sure it's working. Because I don't see, I just want to make sure something's, it's all working here. Because, normally we see something. Today we're not seeing anything. All right. Let's see. That is the Zloty against the euro. Now. Let's check out what else is there. Yen. Let's see what yen is doing. Yen is doing that strength thing. You got to put that little buy thing in there too. Look at the weekly. the weekly is playing with it. It is a Thursday, so that's not the biggest surprise in the world. You know, weekly's numbers like to go to their number on Thursdays. Wednesday afternoon, Thursdays for currencies. Oh, I feel tired. I'm not sure why. But I guess I'll just keep on rambling through this, see if we can find something to talk about here. It has been a active week for a summer week, and we've had some really interesting conversations. We've changed some indicators, made some things look really interesting. Let's see. There, let's see what's going on there. Back in about an hour. Okay. Travel safe. There we go. So, when it comes to the yen, I guess if this is going up, normally the dollar goes up, but I don't think we're seeing. I saw this morning, the dollar was pushing down, and we're seeing, the euro go up. We're seeing the cable go up. We're seeing the Aussie move. We're seeing it. They're all starting to play. You can see the Swiss going down. So I'd have to assume that the dollar is going down. So looks like the yen is making a little break on the norm. That's what it seems like to me. Let's see. Balance. Tax. Balance. Take care of it. Okay, there we are. So yeah, that's the gist of this whole thing. Basically, is that the markets themselves are just kind of slowly puttering along, and we can see we're in the heat. I guess you could say we're in a dead center of it all. The summer is another week and a half, and it's going to start to move towards the September, and that usually starts to make the markets become more involved. In this case here, we've seen a lot of positive action. I mean, just very positive action. Uh, oh, it did. There we go. So at this point in time, we're looking at the dollar yen, and the dollar yen seems to be moving up, which is kind of odd. Okay. All right. So if we're seeing this strength there, I guess there might be a little change going on. I don't know much. Again, it's the summertime. I don't think I can say that just because the yen is moving up and the dollar moving down that there's much going on there. But we'll watch and see. And that's the way we always play it. All right. Now, we've looked at every one of these products, which is very rare, all the way down to the Zolti. And who else should we take a peek at today? Just take a look at the ETF stock index right there. Oop, wrong direction there. You can see this is a daily, and it's moving down as its low. So the dollar is moving down, and you can see here it's piercing through here, and we're in a weekly sell. So there's not much. The dollar to me is going to go sideways down a little bit more. Let's see who else we have over here. NASCAD. Let's see what NASCAD's doing. Did we look at Canadian? I think we did. Yeah. There we are. And this is usually like the oil currency that gives direction. If this is going down, chances are crude is going down. So let's take a look at crude right there. Crude is trying. We got all those red dots, but it doesn't seem to be going down. Look at all this minus there, but we're in a weekly buy, so you can't be short. And the thing has been bouncing up about $1.50 in this range here. Especially like that's Tuesday they slam it down, and then Wednesday they've got it back up again. There might be like that. It's that classic interpretation, like the market's may just, you know, they may just kind of be anticipating a better economy. And that's usually why they start to buy this stuff. And that's where we're at that point there. Okay, now let's take a look at. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So that is the way I look at the oil. When I see the NASCAD start to move down, or the Canadian moving down, and crude oil is going sideways, usually I'm assuming that the next move there is, well, no, actually Canadian going down is usually a sign for oil to go up. It's the NASCAD which is kind of odd. Usually you see when the NASCAD pairs trade goes down, oil usually goes down. So that definitely is, more of an odd action we're seeing there too. And again, let's put the crude oil up there. Right, oh, there's right there. So there's the crude oil, and you can see it was down there just on Tuesday. Now, it's holding firm in here, even with all this being minus, and it's in a weekly buy, and the time manifold is trying to be pierced by the white line on the upside. There's no direction at the moment. For us, we're stuck in the neutral. We can't be short, and we can't be long because of all this action in here. So we're just sitting and watching. Now let's go take a look at Goldorado. There it is right there. Same, look at that crazy little triangle. That is something there. And we compared that earlier in the webinar with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, how it's doing the same thing. It's something, markets are kind of trying to stall out. And again, it's the summer. You got to stall out somewhere along the line. It's just a natural tendency. All right, now let's check. Oh, there we go. MHB, you made me feel like I'm not the last trader in the world. Oh, thank goodness. I am short from 89 level. Oh, and what product is that? 89. What's 89? 89. Short from 89. I don't know what product that is. Let me think. What could that be? 89. What were we looking at that could be that? 89. Oh, NASCAD maybe, right? Let's go back to NASCAD. There it is. Yeah, that's it. 89. Yeah, well, and look at it. It's trying to be in the weekly sell at this point. Looks like it looks like it's going to do something like that. So it's going to join in with that long sell we've had going on. 4 days of it. Long sell. It's going down, sucker. So, well, that's a good short. That's a little battle with the weekly, but at least the weekly is doing the right thing right now, and it's telling you it's relatively safe to be short overnight. So that's working out really well. Can't complain about that. Ooh, Tay. Do we have anything else to say about that? So close last week. Look at that. Just on the edge. And it didn't take much to push it over the edge. There was the first sell right there. And it rode down, confirmed it on the opening here. That one right there would be the spot you sell it at. And the product is just slowly drifting. Now, are we going to see oil go into a sideways down move? Hard to say. I don't, we've got politics coming around the corner. So what is this? This is August, right? So, we have politics right around the corner wanting to play with us. So, the challenge of it all is the crazy news or the reality. And I really have a hard time believing the news. So the reality seems to be is that we're going to have a much healthier economy coming into the next, year or two. And I think that's what money's doing. They're leaning in that direction now. So that's what it's saying to me. Markets are not running scared, so that tells you that Mr. Trumper is probably going to do real fine. Now, let's see what else we have over here on that currency sheet. Let's look at Bitcoin. That's the September contract. It went into a daily sell there yesterday. Or no, I guess it's been in a daily sell. Where's that? Yeah, it's been a daily sell now for 4 days, 5 days now. This is the 5th day. And so they're pushing that down. But it hasn't really gone anywhere. It's kind of stuck in the 12 to 11,500 area. The cryptos seem to be doing a fine job, being a good alternative to the mainstream investment tools. Let's see. There we go. Get rid of that one. And check that one. Huh. So the cryptocurrencies are doing fine. Let's go take a look at what else is on this particular sheet. Let's see. Nothing more exotic than that, I guess. There's copper. Copper's been odd. It's been fighting the math too, the same identical way. Let me just show you. See what I mean? It's in a sell. It seems to be trying to go up. It went into a weekly sell last week. Let's put that in there. Maybe they're going to put a little. Now, you would think that if the economy is going to be doing better, you would think, copper should go up in value. That would be my lot. I mean, that would be the logic that I would think. But anything can happen in these markets in a dead summer period. Money sometimes just sits on its hands and just waits. And that's what it looks like what's going on now. Alrighty, what else do we got going on here? Let me see now. That's the copper. Like I said, it's been very odd, the way it went into the sell and has really done nothing with it. It's only going the wrong way. So maybe there's a shooter drop around the corner. In other words, they'll start to roll a little bit more, get a little bit more aggressive. All right, let's see. Who else is left on this page we can stare at? We did see platinum. There's platinum. You can see it's underneath in the sell like the other two metals. It's trying to turn up. It's having its issues to get going. Can't get through the zero line here. And I think even at one point this was trying to go negative. So platinum itself seems to be, it's the little engine that couldn't. I mean, can you imagine platinum basically is now trading 50% of gold? Wow. Unreal. Just unreal. Never thought I'd see those days. Yeah, but that's what happens when you have central banks running the whole place. This is one right here that caught my eye the last couple of days. This is the 10-year note, or the 10-year U.S. bond. That's where they divide. The bond and notes divide at 10 years. Sometimes they call them bonds, sometimes they call them notes. And so you can see here it's been in a sell. And now you can see the weekly is pressing into the sell. And so that's where we are with the interest rates. The interest rates are rising just a little bit. Nothing dramatic, just a little firmness there. Probably makes good reason to buy dollars, but doesn't seem to be doing that. They seem to be doing the opposite, so it's not really moving anything. As we take a sip of water. Let's see, what else can we look at here? Did we look at silver? I'm not sure if we looked at silver. We looked at gold. Let's take a look at silver. There it is right there. Seems like it's trying to lift up. But again, we got this pressure here on the daily, and then obviously the overall trend is up. So it seems like it's just another buying opportunity more than anything else. Seems like they're trying to set themselves up. It was a strange panic 2 nights ago. Wow. I mean, they drove silver down into the 23s. What is with that? I mean, that's a 33% haircut from not from the highs of just 2 days previous. That is just unreal. I mean, that's something that we rarely ever see so much. But with the central banks, it seems to be like a recipe for what they do. I don't know if I've been reading the stories. They're trying to say that it's the producers that are generating all this wildness, and it could be, but it does seem a little odd. It's the arbitrage between the spot and the futures. And you can see the inventory has been coming back to the United States. So that really makes it. Wow, the volume really kicked up there. So that's a really interesting situation going on. But you can see right here, it seems to be stalled. The sellers have just dried up, just disappeared. We'll see if they give it another charge. You can see our quant is just sitting to the side, and the weekly is telling us don't get involved. It's saying watch out above. They may go do it again. They may it may take off again, which is really wild. Like I said, what a strange marketplace. Can you imagine that's what we're seeing? We're seeing where, again, can you imagine 33% discount to 3 days previous? So it was trading at 29 and change, and it traded at 23 and a half and change. My God, it's just not normal. It's way not normal, traders. So a lot of you traders that are involved now, you're seeing some of the most unique markets we've ever seen. These markets are definitely very rare and very exotic anymore when it comes to the way they trade. That is something. All right. That's all that is for that, unless someone wants to see about the metals. And what we can do is take a look at some of the stock indices. And like I said, we're playing with all-time highs. I mean, look at that. This is the daily there. And obviously that was an all-time high right there, and that was an all-time high right there 4 or 5 days ago, and here we are going after it again. And when it comes to the S&P, I believe that high is an all-time high right there. So, we're right on the edge of it all. These markets, these equities, they're just all making, constant slow nibble of up. And I was talking with a money manager this morning, and he said to me that I've been a bear, and I've been afraid to get long more than I'm already long, and and it just keeps, every time I try to get short, it beats me up, and it's like, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, we dodge those things with our math, but I understand it. I hear that complaint all the time. All right. There we go. Stefan, thank you. Wick me up. Get me thinking about something. All my positions are closed for this week. Good. Target reached. Closed some positions short GBP Swiss on Wednesday. And one position long Euro NZD also closed Wednesday. Stefan, last 5 weeks plus or minus 3% account gain per week. Trying to forward it. Trying to forward what? Nice. Plus or minus 3%. So you lost sometimes and you made sometimes? Is that what you're trying to say? Interesting. Well, it's been an action-packed couple of weeks, that's for sure. For the summer, it is definitely more active, that's for sure. Oh, average. Average 3%. That's a nice return. Very good. I've got a young trader. Oh, he's not young in age. He's just young in trading. And he's been really getting wild and successful. He he's up like $14,000 or $15,000 this week. He's really getting it going right. So good for him, and good for you. Do you have any particular product you'd like me to put up on the screen? We can take a look at some of these things because it's a quiet day. No one's really getting involved in anything particular. Let's see what feeder cattle looks like now. Matter of fact, I was looking at this. Look at this one. This is kind of neat. Thinking about going on, putting the robot on soybeans. Let's see, where is it at? Right there. And the green is the profit. Let's go like this, make the background a little bit darker. There we are. So the green is a buy and win, and the red is a lose. Buy and lose. This particular thing reads the lines. That's what that's all about. And in this case here, you can see it sells when the histogram goes minus. Or the green line breaks the white line. Does both of those. Let's see. Stefan says, I most work on my risk to reward. Very good. I'll tell you, that's the key to all trading. It really is. That's a very good, that's a really good point. It's a really good discussion. It really is. The idea is to not take on so much risk to the point where you get blown out or you get turned around. Every time, traders, you step out of your own rules, you hurt your trading. Because you start to doubt what you're doing. And that's not good. Traders don't need doubt. Markets are tough enough, but to put doubt in your own is not good. So take it from Stefan there. Work on your risk reward and follow your rules that you practice every day. Keep in line with them, and you will trade better and sleep better. I think something went the wrong way. A sunflower seed went the wrong way. Excuse me. Yes, indeed. There, drink of water took care of that. Now, let's see. So I've been playing around with that all morning long with the soybean, letting the robot do the trade there. Now look at that. You can see the Dow's heading for the lows of the day now. Interesting. Let's see what they're doing with the rest of these things. Not there though. Look at that. Nasdaq is holding up really well, but look at that. You can see here. I mean, S&Ps have come down from 68 down to 74. I'm sorry, from 74 to 68. So 66. So they put a little push on it on the downside there. Let's see. Stefan says, I look sometimes at SWFX sentiment indicator in the J4X and look against it. If 25% short, I am looking for shorts worked also on GBP Swiss. That's interesting. And you're looking, and when you say the shorts, what are they looking at? What in other words, when you say here that the SWFX sentiment indicator on J4X, I guess you look at it on every product. Is that what you're saying? So in other words, right now on the British pound Swiss, you're saying Shorts are 25%. So that would be like a bullish sign, right? Is that how you interpret that? I'm going slow here just to see what Stefan says, but I would assume it'd be that way. Let's put it up there too on the screen. British pound, Swiss, right there. And then maybe we can even put the indicator up there too. You can see here it's trying to roll over. Let's see what it's doing in our Chicago quant. Pound Swiss. Pound dollar. Pound yen. Pound Swiss. There it is. See, it's working its way down there too and going through the weekly right now, just playing the edge of it. Is that a minus? No, not yet, but it's very, very close. Very, very, very close. So yeah, that would make sense. You know, if it's at shorts are at 25%, you would think that things are going to switch directions. That would make total sense there. All right, you can see here just that little pressure. Yesterday they really put some pressure on it, didn't they? You can see the white line through here for days now. Isn't that funny how this bandwidth one works? I like that. Look how it all intersected there at this move. Let's see, nothing else coming back from Stefan. But that would be the way I would interpret it. If it says 25% short in it, you would assume that's oversold in a sense. Let's see if I can find that indicator too. What's it? Swift? Let's see. SWFX. SW. Add an indicator. SW. Let's see. Overbought, oversold. Is that what they call it? Not there. Not there. Not there. Let's see if it's in here. Math transform. I like that. There's SQRT. Vector square root. Nothing there. Cycle indicator? No. Oh well. Oh, okay. Stefan says just about above the red and green box left up. Red and green box. Oh, okay. And it's in here somewhere. Reports, maybe? Is it in reports? Strategy? Portfolio statement, intraday statements. Lower. Okay. Is it here? Oh, what's that? What did I do to myself? Oh no, I guess I added another one, that's all. So it was like a duplicator there. Okay. Let's see. Service view. Strategy editor. I don't know. Trying to find lower. You've got me perplexed. I don't know. I'm confused. You got to tell me more to find this index, this indicator. Strategy editor. Oh, what is that? Intraday. Nah. No, what happened there? It's thinking, sorry, no, I don't want that. There we are. And then we just go like that. We're back to normal there now. When you say lower, lower to where? I would like to look at that. I think that would be very interesting to compare and see. Yeah, really. Lower to where? So I'm looking at the bid and ask offer boxes, right? You know, the red and the green. All right. Now, up in there somewhere, you're saying that this SW, where's it at? SWFX is. Position report? Whoa. Light this puppy up. No, nothing there. Well, I'm sure you'll come back. Ben. Ben what? Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four? Ben. Ben? Is that the indicator symbol name? Notification. Ben. Forex calculator. Nothing there. I'm just hunting around. You got me poking and a hunting and looking and a reeling and so forth and so on. Oh well. We'll get it. We'll get it. Stefan, you'll figure it out and you'll enlighten us all sooner or later. And we'll use it as another learning tool like we always do. Not in the menu beneath a big GBP. Ah, okay. There we are. All right. So hide condition, max slippage. You're saying it's in here somewhere? Amount units. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Oh well. You'll figure it out and you'll let us know. Not in menu beneath the big GBP Swiss. Right here? Ah, you're saying it's already there. That 31. Is that what you're saying? 30.7 right there? 32.8, 32.9. Is that what you're looking at right there? So it says pound sterling versus Swiss, and it's telling you it's a percentage. Now it's at 31.5, 31.1. Is that what it is? You're saying it's ticking away live. No. I thought I was close. 1 millimeter lower. 1 millimeter lower. One millimeter lower. Entry, slippage, price, stop loss. Let's see if we can move this up like that. Pull this down like that. Is it in the navigator? Is that what you're saying? It's down here in the navigator? Wait, is it bigger than a bread box? You've got me totally all over the place. All right, thank goodness it's a summer day. Well, let's see if we can discover where this is at. All right. Well, I don't know how much insight we were today, traders. We just did a look around. I don't even know what we should call this webinar today. Slow and steady? Who knows? I don't know. Between the GBP Swiss and the red and green big boxes. Okay. I see something there. It says 1.9. I see amount. And then I see above where it says like 29.8. So, U.S. still in range. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hey, Daniel. How you doing? Yeah. Let me just show you that chart. That's interesting. Stefan's been trying to show us an indicator, but I'm doing like the worst job in the world of finding it. Right there. You can see here. Look at this. The daily is trying to go underneath, and you got a gap up on the Turkish lira at the same time. And obviously we're in a weekly for another umpteenth weeks. Okay, Stefan says just go slowly over the bar with your mouse pointer. Okay, so like right here, like that. Or over here, like that. Maybe there. No, you told me no about that though, right? So it's no. I'm lost. I've fallen and I can't get up. Let's see. Daniel says the only opportunities might be peso sell and the S&P buy and oil buy and gold buy. Yeah, I agree with almost all of that. Really, I think you're right about that. I think there's not much. Well, there's some decent action, so forth and so on. The second bar. What second bar? You mean down here? Down here where it says like this thing, like here. Am I close? Is it bigger than a bread box? Peso. Oh yes. Let's put the peso up there before we leave. Peso. There it is right there. Look how sideways that is too. It's been in a weekly sell for 4 weeks, but it hasn't really gone anywhere. Daily sell for a couple of days, but it's pretty sloppy. That was the daily buy right in here. It gave us a little pop. Went into a sell, and it's gone nowhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Oh, Magoo, you've done it again. There we are. There we go. Oh, Magoo, you've done it again. All right, so, yeah, look at that. It's pretty dead. There's not a lot of direction to that either of the Mexican peso in our work. Let's see what it looks like on J4X. And then we'll get out of here. I got to figure out a name for this. How about let me think. Let me think. Yeah, look at that. Just sideways action. All right. It's like time for me to go. Markets are opening. Doc is arrivederciing out of here. So everybody have a remember tomorrow is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And so let's see if we can go out with a bang or something like that. Doc from North America saying ta-ta for now. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you.